So, hello guys, welcome back. This is Chris from KRS Boxing, and I'm proud to be joined by the Beast, Balraj Singh. This is
How are you?
KRS Speaks Boxing, episode 6. How are you today, Balraj?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Now, I know you just come from the gym. How's that?
Yeah,
How's the training going for your upcoming fight?
good. Good. Been in the
Mhm.
gym all day, every day. Training two, three times a
Mhm.
day,
Yeah,
6 days a week. Sparring's going good. Got a good team around me. Yeah, going well.
100%. So, is your opponent is Vasif Mamadov, if I'm saying that correctly?
I
Do
think
you
that's the
know?
last thing.
Yeah, I think so. I'll take it. Have you done a lot of research behind your opponent or seen any
I, I
clips?
I've seen him box, but
Mhm.
funny enough, he's fighting my teammate Ellis Stewart this
Oh, okay.
Saturday.
Oh, okay. So you get to
Yeah,
see him and then
I get
see him
I
again.
get to see him and then see him
Mhm.
again. Yeah, so it'll be
Okay.
good.
I suppose so. While you're preparing for him, does that give you a bit of sort of time to maybe see what he tries to do against one of your teammates,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you can sort of, as a team, break him down and maybe a bad habit he does, maybe he drops his hand or
right,
maybe he does something. Does that give you
right.
that sort of time?
Yeah, so this Saturday coming up, so just gonna
Hmm.
go watch my pal fight. Um, yeah, so after his fight, after he's done fighting, obviously me and my coach, we're gonna sit down and talk, and
Hmm.
then yeah, see what he does wrong, see where he goes off, and try to pick him off next week.
Oh, 100%. So, from my understanding, you turned professional in 2021.
I
So,
turned pro 2021. Yeah,
yeah. Was that sort of during the COVID pandemic, or was that just a little bit after that, or
it was during the COVID pandemic. Yeah,
yeah. Did you find
yeah,
that sort of challenging to try and get the fights as a sort of young professional, trying to get the fights and get rounds in during that sort of time?
right,
Mhm.
right, right. Yeah, so well, I basically turned pro in 2020, but
Yeah,
then obviously COVID was
COVID.
going around. Yeah,
Hmm.
and then got the license done late 2020, and then 2021 was hoping for a fight early, but then couldn't get no shows. And then at the end of the year, my manager had a show.
Hmm.
So we just jumped on that, and then I had 4 fights on that, and yeah, it
Yeah.
was
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. So you turned professional. Oh no, yeah. So you turned professional, and then
mm,
2022 you was quite active. You had
yeah,
3 fights.
yep,
How was that sort of year? I understand you got the draw at the end of that year from
yeah.
Preston.
Well,
What was going on
the
there, sort of thing?
sort of I fought a Mexican in
Yeah,
the like was that my third fight? That
yeah.
was February, and then I fought again in June. I remember that fight. I won that fight as well. And then in
Hmm.
September I fought Louis Pooch. He's a
Yeah.
well-known journeyman.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I fought him. I don't really know what happened. I thought I won 4 rounds to 2, but
Hmm.
obviously I'm brown. No, I'm only messing.
No, that's,
I'm only
that's
I'm only messing.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know what happened. It is what it is. I mean, he came to win. That was his
yeah,
last year box. That was his last year boxing,
yeah.
and he came to win. So yeah, well done to him. But
Oh, fair
obviously,
enough. Hmm.
yeah,
How much did you sort of take away from that experience, would you say? Because when fights are close or you think you've nicked it, you're always
yeah,
sort of like, when you say sparring someone and maybe they land something on you, and then the next
mm,
round you see the little pattern of what they're gonna do, and you think, oh, I
right.
can get him here. Is that
Mm.
Do you think you've took a lot away from something like that?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, from that fight alone, I took away a lot, and then
Hmm.
I took some time out, and then gather some stuff, and then work on
Hmm.
myself.
Hmm.
Got back into the gym. I fought early on this year,
Hmm.
March. I fought for the eliminator for
Yeah.
Southern Area
Hmm.
against Mitchell first, and that didn't go my way either. But
Hmm. He was undefeated as well, wasn't he? So he was quite.
it was
Hmm.
yeah, it was undefeated. We had a simple. Well, what was he? Eight and
Eight,
zero.
8-0 and one draw, I think. So yeah, a
One
little bit
draw.
more
Yeah,
experience than you maybe as well in
yeah,
the boxing. Hmm.
yeah. So, but yeah, that was a decent fight. But we'll come back stronger.
100%. So I know
Yeah.
you've from what I've sort of researched, you've been quite involved in quite a lot of martial arts over your years. So I
Yeah.
mean, someone wrote, I think they said you've had more victories than in different sports than people have tried. So you just that was a good thing I researched before. Yeah, he's been going
Yeah.
around. Um,
So yeah, so my when I first started fighting, I started when I was 5. My dad got me
yeah,
into kickboxing, And then so I started from the age of 5.
Yeah.
Kickbox till I was 13. 13, I switched over to MMA. And then from 13 to 20, I was doing kickboxing fights, boxing fights, unlicensed boxing fights. I did numerous jiu-jitsu tournaments around the world. Went to California, fought at the World Championships. Got bronze at blue belt. Had 4 amateur MMA fights, 3 pro MMA fights. Yeah, been around the game. Yeah.
So could you tell us about sort of what inspired you when you went? Is kickboxing something you wanted to do when you was young, like, and you say in the gym, or what? Could you tell us about that a bit?
So my dad was a kickboxer himself when he was growing up. So when I started walking when I was a kid, I just started walking. He started teaching me how to fight, and I was like, this is weird, man. My legs are stretching out. Yeah, and then after that, we just fell in love with the sport. 5 years old, went to my dad's training partner. Went to his gym. He had a gym nearby in Ilford, and went to his gym. Just never stopped after that. Just always fought. Didn't really pay much attention in school. Always. I either missed school for training or never really paid attention because I had nothing to study for. So yeah.
Did you always think like fighting was for you? Because I remember like Joe Kawasaki said his teacher asked him. There was like they said to him, "What are you going to do when you don't pass this?" And he said, "Don't worry about it. I'm going to become a world champion." And the teacher was meant to have laughed, and then obviously he went 46-0. And we'll see what happened there. Is that something you've always sort of wanted to do?
For sure, definitely. I mean, obviously, I won't try to copy what he's done, but I'm gonna do it in my own way and 100%. Make my own legacy, and yeah, that's the plan now.
Yeah,
I'm only young. I'm only 24. I just turned pro in boxing not so long ago. I never had no amateur boxing fights, so I just went straight to boxing. Turned straight over from MMA. I was already pro, so I thought go amateur boxing is not really gonna benefit me. Yeah. So I'll probably just go into pros, see how that goes. It's going well so far.
100%. Yeah. So I would say like even researching, I think obviously know Anderson Silva. He was sort of like the same type of thing. Like he was in MMA and then he'd done a bit of boxing and then he'd done MMA. Yeah. Is that something you'd maybe consider doing a bit more of the MMA or boxing all the way through now?
Maybe later on down the line, you see if Jake Paul wants to fight in MMA, I'm down. Like I don't mind. I'm happy, man. But yeah, for now, my coaches always tell me just boxing. I mean, I do a bit of jiu-jitsu now and then, just to keep my mind in on the ground, keep my jiu-jitsu up. But it's mainly boxing from now on.
100%. I mean, you was a 5-time British champion, weren't you, in jiu-jitsu?
British champion.
Yeah, because I watched your fight against Stuart. I think it was Graham, and the triangle you done. Yeah, I was like, that was different because Khabib's known for the triangle.
Yeah.
And the way you done it, because you took him down, and then he sort of took your back, and then you got him, and then you was in the triangle. So that was something. Yeah, jiu-jitsu something you sort of love anyway, and you'd always sort of do.
Love jiu-jitsu. I can't even remember how many championships I won. I won the English, won the British, won the Europeans in London. It's not the real Europeans, but I won some sort of organization in the European Championships. I went out to California. I fought in the World Championships twice. First time I fought as a white belt. I came like 12th or 13th. Wasn't really my year. The following year, 2018, I'm pretty sure, or I'm not too sure. I fought in a no-gi competition at the World Championships in Anaheim.
Yeah.
And I thought no-gi was my forte.
Yeah.
It was more gi. And but in no-gi I got bronze. And I got bronze at the World Championships. So I was a bit shocked. But I done really well in jiu-jitsu. I love the sport. Just things turned, and then now we're boxing.
To boxing, that's understandable. Yeah. What would you say sort of turned with that, if you don't mind me sort of asking that?
Why I turned over to boxing?
Yeah. Why was it boxing?
So my brother, he's also a fighter. You may have seen or whatever.
I could shout him out, and I'll be
Yeah.
Yeah, go for
So
it.
his name's Harjeet Heavy Hitter Singh.
Yeah.
Cruiserweight, big six
Yeah.
foot five cruiserweight.
Okay.
He was a 4-0, 3 KOs, professional boxer.
Hmm.
He got diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately, in
Okay.
2018.
Hmm.
Yeah, in 2018, he got diagnosed with leukemia, and
Hmm.
he doctor said you can't box no more,
Yeah.
basically. So I was still doing MMA. I was still out in California, um,
Hmm.
training and whatnot. And then I come back. I come back and I saw him after a while. Like, Harj, what are you
Hmm.
saying? Start fighting again? He's like, nah, man, I can't box. Like, I tried to spar with him. I tried to go for runs with him. I tried to do a lot of things with him, but it's not the same. Like, it's not the
Yeah.
same him. Like, when I used to go for runs with him, we used to crack jokes. We used
Hmm.
to, like, we used to run long. Like, we used to do that 10-mile run.
Hmm.
Like, we didn't even know we're running that far. But
Hmm.
it's not the same him anymore. So I thought I'll continue his legacy, what he started in
Yeah.
boxing, and try to finish it off for him and try to make something out of it.
Absolutely. Hmm.
And yeah, that's about it really. So whenever I fight, I always make sure I'm wearing his name
Yeah.
around my kit or my shorts or whatever.
Hmm.
Just so people know that I'm not just doing it for myself. This is not for myself.
Yeah.
This pro boxing thing, like this, I'm boxing because of him. Like
100%.
whatever he's done, like he's brought me up into the sport. Like
Hmm.
because of him, I started MMA.
Yeah.
Because of him, I am where I am today. So yeah, all props to him, man.
Oh, for sure. I'm obviously sorry to hear that. As his recovery, as he finished his sort of
Yeah,
treatment and stuff, and hmm
he's recovered now. He's recovering well.
yeah,
Just you know, trying to get his mental health right after cancer. I
after
mean,
such a thing, yeah,
yeah. I mean,
100%.
anyone will go crazy after having such a like
Yeah,
bad illness. So
hmm
yeah, he's all right
100%.
now. Mm.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that.
Thank
Um,
you.
that's okay. Um, so how would you say sort of so obviously with stuff like that in your life, you found, I suppose, even in your last fight, that adversity was nothing compared to who you are and how you're going to be when you
Right,
continue this. Would you say that
right.
sort of helped give you strength?
For sure, definitely. I mean, when I'm at home, I see him. That's my motivation every morning to
Yeah,
wake up, just doing it for him. Like I see him sitting down having his cup of tea in the morning. Like it's a blessing to see him in my eyes, right now.
yeah,
So
100%.
when I'm heading to the gym, I just make sure I keep that in my head, like I'm only doing it for him, no one else.
100%.
Yeah.
Um, so you touched on a little bit of you competed in kickboxing and unlicensed boxing. How was what was your sort of resume in that? If did you compete a lot amateur in kickboxing?
So I had 15 kickboxing fights.
Hmm.
My record was I think nine. Wait, what was it? 9-6. I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, 9-6. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, boxing, I had one white collar fight.
Yeah.
Just to get my hands going before my
Okay.
MMA fight. Yeah, I didn't really have many boxing fights. I
Hmm.
fought out in Tijuana. That's it.
Oh,
I
in
forgot to tell you.
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I fought out in Tijuana. I was still in MMA, and then my
Hmm.
brother said he was in hospital because
Yeah.
he fought in Mexico already, and he
Hmm.
was in hospital. He was like, "Do you want to have a pro boxing fight?" I was like, "I don't
Hmm.
mind." Like, and then he called up a couple people, couple promotions whilst he's in
Hmm.
hospital. He's on
Yeah.
chemo, and he
Hmm.
goes, "All right, cool. I got you a fight. I'm gonna book your flight tomorrow. We're gonna go fight."
Hmm.
I was like, "Fuck, shit, Harj. All
Yeah.
right, cool."
It's a bit yeah forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
fucking hell, Aj, I'm only 19. And
Hmm.
he sent me out to Mexico. He had a coach over there waiting for me.
Hmm.
And yeah, got the first round KO. And
100%.
yeah, that was a good experience. I had a
Good
lot of fun over
experience.
there.
Hmm.
Yeah, met a lot of
Um,
good people over there.
yeah, no, that's fantastic. That's a good story. So,
Yeah,
was that your first sort of, was that unlicensed as well?
that was
Yeah.
pro in Mexico.
Pro. That was your
Pro.
first pro
Yeah.
fight. Hmm.
First pro one, yeah.
Hmm. What was the sort of, was there any restrictions on that at that time with the COVID to fly out to that, or was that sort of,
That was early 2019.
oh,
Early.
okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's just before all
yeah,
that
yeah.
madness and the
Just
blur. Yeah.
mate. So I'm so lucky.
Hmm.
Yeah, just before it all happened, before it all kicked off.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, went there in February, early Feb.
Hmm.
Had like 7-8 days there before the
Yeah.
fight, get used to the timing and whatnot,
Hmm.
and and yeah, we smashed the fight within what 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, straight.
Yeah,
100%. How
yeah, it
important
was
would you
good.
say at this like stage of your career now is to get the rounds because you fought sort of the seasoned sort of journeyman, if you will, and you're getting that experience that they've had over all those fights over those years, and they're very durable people. How important is that experience now going forward?
Good, good. I mean, I thought that good journeyman. That some of them come to win, some of them want to hurt you, but yeah, I've only fought one okayish journeyman. The rest have been tough.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just learning off them because they fought a lot of good prospects and they've gone all the rounds with them. So it's good to, get into the ring with them and share their knowledge. Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying the journey. Yeah. So this next opponent, we've got this massive. I don't know how to say his last name. I ain't got no clue.
Mermaid, I was going to say like Khabib. Nurmagomedov. That's the only way I was thinking I'm going to say that.
Yeah. We just call him the Russian version of boxing of Khabib,
The Russian, that's it, boxing Khabib.
The boxing Khabib. So I think he's like what 5'8", 5'9". I watched him box. He fought one of my other friends. But yeah, it should be a good day in the office. Can't wait.
100%. What's the sort of route you'd like to take then? So you've touched on like the southern area. Is that something you'd like to try and box forward in the future? Then maybe English, British, etc.
I want to go with the normal British route. Southern area, of course, English, then Commonwealth, British, and we'll go the normal route. It's going really well.
How does it feel? So you've joined sort of the stable now. We've got a lot of Sikh boxers coming through, and I'm glad to see it because growing up, I never really had any to watch when I was growing up. So, especially on like a stage, I mean, I couldn't tell you who we really had in like 2000. I suppose the biggest sort of South Asian boxer was maybe like Amir Khan. But
Amir Khan, the only one, basically. The only one really, the only one we actually had. And he was from UK. But now, there are like 4 or 5 pro Sikh boxers that are coming up.
First one I watched was Inder Bassi. About 2015 when he was, or 2016 when he was signed with MTK. I can't think who he fought, and I think he might have just edged the win.
Okay.
I can't think. Yeah, it was Inder. Then obviously Dylan took off.
Yeah.
That's flown through Gully and yourself. Like I seen you, but it was more. I haven't watched the box yet properly, so I can't wait to see you boxing.
It'll be fun, man. Yeah, man, it'll be good. I can't wait to box next week, man. It's been I fought in March. It's been a long layoff, but I'll come back on winning ways, and we're gonna stay winning.
100%.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you sort of what does your fight sort of mean, Cha, when you're going into these fights and you face adversity?
What, me facing adversity?
Yeah.
Just makes me. I don't really know how to explain it, to be honest. Like, fighting adversity was tough. Like 2018, obviously he got cancer, and then that's when the whole tough life started. And then now just fighting, I just know in the back of my head, not doing it. Just go for it. Like whatever happens. Like whatever happens, and that's it. Like we're gonna make it regardless. That's the only thing in my head.
You also signed, I believe, was it the American Kickboxing Academy? Was that 2018 as well, wasn't it?
2019.
Yeah. So could you tell us about how that sort of opportunity come through and what that was like?
So in 2017, when I fought for the first World Championships as a white belt, me and my brother, we spent a month out in America.
Yeah.
And we did a tour. So my dream when I started MMA when I was 13, my dream was to always train with Khabib. That was my dream from the start. And he said, let's do a month over there. We'll go to your World Championships, we'll fight. And then a week later, the following week, we go San Jose, we go check out AKA. And then the following week we went to Miami for himself. We did 2 weeks in Fifth Street gym, Muhammad Ali's gym. And then so that week I was in San Jose. I made a lot of friends in the gym. Got to know all the coaches. Saw Khabib training. I was only a white belt at the time, but then when I was there, because I was so good at jiu-jitsu, I was tapping up blue belts, purple belts, brown belts.
Mhm.
And like all the coaches, all the head coaches, like you're not a white belt, like
Yeah, you're
you're
a bit more than that.
like you're a blue belt or a purple belt. I was like,
Mhm.
well, no one's promoting me in England.
Mhm.
They're like, well, we'll promote you. So
Mhm.
2018, I stayed with my team in East London,
Mhm.
and then 20 at the end of 2018, we kind of parted ways.
Yeah.
2019 started, and then I just told my brother, I want to go out in California, and I told my dad,
Mhm.
Dad, I want to go stay over there.
Yeah.
I want to go stay over there for 3 months and just train. If anything
Mhm.
happens, good. If not, I got the experience.
Yeah.
And I got there. I got there. First week was good. Meeting everyone again.
Yeah.
They were so happy to see me. Um, yeah, and then got the first month out of the way.
Yeah.
That was I went there in May. June, I competed at the World League. I can't remember the name of the competition. It was some big BJJ
Competition.
competition.
Yeah.
Yeah, in America.
Was it the
Uh,
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu International Federation or something like that? I think
no, it wasn't.
no, no, is that something else?
That was the one I got bronze in.
Yeah, oh, I got yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that's the biggest organization in Brazilian
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu,
Hmm.
like the highest level.
Hmm.
But this tournament was like the biggest in like the California state.
Yeah.
And so yeah, went there, got double gold, gi and no gi,
Yeah.
and they just like really liked me, I guess. And
Hmm.
I was doing jiu-jitsu in the mornings. After jiu-jitsu, I'll go to downstairs where like all the pros are,
Yeah.
and I'll be seeing Khabib, Islam, DC, Luke
Yeah.
Rockhold, Cain Velasquez, like Hector,
Hmm.
um, Javier Mendez, the head coach.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all these faces, and I'm only 19. I'm just sitting in the corner, getting my hands wrapped, and I'm like, this is like, I'm not actually here, man. I'm in a dream mode right now, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's
No, it's
crazy,
crazy.
and they just like really like me, I guess. And
Hmm.
my coach Hector, he um, he was he was my PT for
Hmm.
pads for
Yeah.
boxing, and a week after the jiu-jitsu competition, he said, B, I was like, yo, what's going on?
Hmm.
Called me over, spoke to me, said, B, you're signed. I was
That's
literally
crazy.
jumping up and down.
Yeah.
I was jumping up and down, and then I hugged him. I hugged the head coach. I hugged the head coach, and yeah, that's it. It kicked off, and then I fought once over there.
Hmm.
Won that fight, and then I had to come back because my visa expired.
Yeah.
Yeah, my visa expired, so I had to come back, and then I just stayed here.
No.
I fought out in Liverpool.
Yeah.
Um, I was signed to First Round Management. If you ever heard of
Hmm.
them,
I don't think so, but I'll have to have a look into it.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
First Round Management. I was signed to that. They're like from Miami. Like
Yeah.
Jorge Masvidal. I was signed to them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was signed to them, and then yeah, I was training out in Liverpool, out in a Four Corners gym in
Hmm.
Liverpool
Yeah.
with John Gillies, and then had a fight in Liverpool. I lost.
Hmm.
Was meant to fight again, and then that didn't happen. I just switched over to
Just didn't
boxing.
materialize. Hmm.
Yeah, and then that's the story. That's the
Hmm. Oh,
storyline.
that's a great story. What was
Yeah,
it? What was
that's
it sort of like? Did you ever sort of have a conversation with like Khabib in the end, or maybe
oh
like
yeah,
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 yeah? What was he
yeah.
like? I imagine it'd be
Just
great to meet Khabib.
mate, it was crazy.
I bet he's funnier than like
He's.
than you
I was
think.
just gonna say.
Yeah,
I was
he's
just gonna
always
say,
serious, but I bet he's funny. Hmm.
mate. So the first time I saw him, when I went there, the
Yeah,
first week, I asked for a picture. He goes, "It's
yeah,
$10." I was like,
yeah.
I got my wallet out. I was
He's
gonna get
got
ten
put it
dollars out.
away.
Is that put it away, man? It's for free. Like you're in the team.
Hmm.
And yeah, man, he's funny guy, man. Like him and
Hmm.
DC always going at it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Um, like
I was gonna say that. Yeah, him and DZ.
yes, yes.
They're
So there's a
hilarious.
video of whilst I was there, we was training, and it's called AKA training USA versus Russia,
Yeah.
and the whole of Khabib's lot are like taking the piss out of Daniel Cormier's
Hmm.
like wrestling team and
Wrestling.
whatnot.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
funny gym, but it's also
Yeah.
hard training.
Hard training. Hmm.
Yeah.
would you say that's what sort of makes the gym sort of work in that way? Because you've had so many champions come through it, like
So many
Rockhold,
champs. Yeah,
Velasquez,
yeah.
Reed, DC, etc. So like, would you say that's what makes it work? It's a bit of a mixture. It's healthy
Right, right.
competition, ain't it?
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know, the vibe in the gym, the music, the people around.
Hmm.
No one's got no ego. No one's saying
Hmm.
I'm better like this. I'm better like that. No one's saying anything. Everyone's showing support. Everyone's making everyone better. It's good. It's a good
Hmm.
gym. It's a good. It's like a whole one family. No one takes the piss. Like when you're
Hmm.
sparring, if they see you're hurt, they'll check if you're okay.
Yeah, chill out of it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. They'll check
Hmm.
if you're good, and then we'll continue. But it's a
Hmm.
very friendly gym. It's like one of the top 10 gyms in the world for
Yeah, I
MMA.
could understand that for sure.
Um, yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's like literally one of the best moments of my life, if not
Yeah,
the best moment of my life.
yeah, it's 100%. I
Yeah.
remember I met Frankie Gavin when I was 18, and that
Okay.
stood out for me because I'd never met a professional boxer before. I was only
Mm,
messing about on the bag in fitness first, and
mm.
he come over and he done pads with me, and I thought that was like a big thing for me. That was class. That was.
That's
Yeah, I thought,
huge, man. That's
yeah, yeah.
sick. Wait, do you box as well then?
I used to box, but I don't box anymore. Just life gets in the way, doesn't it? But
Ah, okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. I did enjoy my boxing. Try and keep
Would, would
fit and stuff like that. So I
would
try
you
and
ever box
understand
again?
bits. I do it for fitness. I don't think I'd ever like. I probably wouldn't fight or anything like that. But
No.
no,
Have
no,
a have like a little white collar fight. That'd be nice.
no. KRS boxing white collar could
Yeah,
could be seen, couldn't it? Yeah,
that'd be sick.
yeah,
You'll be you get more of a following then.
I
Like,
could do. I might
you
call
could
out
put
Jake Paul. Like,
yeah, mate, you
yeah.
smash him.
What sort of fighters did you sort of take inspiration from growing up? Because you've done like a multitude of different sort of martial arts. What would you sort of do? Who did you take inspiration from?
My older brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%.
Just
Yeah.
just my older brother. Like I had no
Mm-hmm.
other inspiration. Like
Yeah.
he took me under his wing,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it was just if I followed his footsteps. So he did kickboxing, I did kickboxing. He did MMA, I did
Yeah.
MMA.
Mm-hmm.
He did boxing, I did boxing. So whatever he's done, I try to replicate and try to do it
Mm-hmm.
even better.
Mm-hmm.
And well, I wouldn't say I'll be as good as him, but
Mm-hmm.
I'll try my best to get near his level.
100%. I think that's what
Yeah,
keeps you. You sound like you're very, very humble when you speak, and it's
thank you,
good, man. It's really nice. Yeah.
thank.
So when you were sort of doing your kickboxing and stuff like that,
Mm.
was your brother kickboxing at that time as well?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. He was kickboxer. So we started at the same time.
Yeah.
He was 12 at the time. I was 5,
Okay.
and
Hmm.
yeah, we just continued from there. He became so in the gym. It was all like mainly Sikhs
Yeah.
in the gym,
Yeah.
and it was all kickboxers. And
Hmm.
went to this big organization called Wacko.
Yeah.
He competed in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I think it was at I forgot the arena, but he competed in Birmingham
Hmm.
when he was 16 for the British Championships, and he won.
Okay. Oh,
He was the first
mhm.
British champion out of that gym,
That's class. That is.
and
Hmm.
he just kept smashing it, kept smashing it. He did MMA, he was doing boxing.
Hmm.
Yeah, he smashed it, but obviously he was in Vegas when he was 4-0.
Hmm.
He was a pro boxer. He was 4-0. He was at Floyd's gym in Vegas,
Yeah.
and he was boxing over there. That's when he had a fight in Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah. Straight over the board. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously out there he had cancer
Hmm.
early on in the year,
Yeah.
2018. He finds out that he had cancer in November.
Oh, so
He didn't.
did he fight with? And he just
Yeah,
didn't know. Oh, okay.
yeah. He
Hmm.
fought with cancer, but when I saw him box, it wasn't him. Like
Hmm.
he would have knocked he would have knocked that guy out, the
Wow.
guy that he fought. Yeah,
Hmm.
in like a round or two, but it wasn't him boxing. So
Hmm.
he's got cancer since like March, and he
Yeah.
gets told in November that he's got cancer. So he goes to Floyd's, he comes back. Obviously, his visa runs out, and then he comes back, and then he goes to Bolton at
Yeah.
Fury Gym.
Yeah.
He was training with
Tyson
Huey
Fury.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was training with
Peter
Huey.
Fury. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Fury's
Hmm.
gym. He was helping Huey get ready for Bulgaria when he fought Pulev.
Yeah.
And one day come back home because usually he'll spend Monday to Friday in Bolton.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday he'll spend with us. 1 weekend he came home, just collapsed on the steps, took him to hospital. That's it. Like never, yeah, never had him the same again.
How proud is he now you're trying to sort of following them footsteps and seal the deal on a professional career?
I wish he was the same as he was before. He'll be more happier. But as of now, he's dealing with mental health issues.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's happy. Like he wants me to avenge my losses, well, my last one, but he's not the proud brother that I know.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No,
if it was the normal version of him, he'd be jumping up and down. He'd be like, "Mate, you're smashing it." But it's not the normal Hajj that I know. So yeah, it's tough, but I've got it in my life. That's my celebration.
100%. I think this might be the deepest episode I've ever done, to be honest. It's a deep story.
Yeah.
Is he struggling with sort of, is it like like PTSD, sort of the worry and the anxiety sort of building up in him because it's such a traumatic thing?
Yeah, like paranoia, like schizophrenia, whatnot, like, very unaware of what's going on, very confused. But it's not his fault, so I don't really take it. I don't really take it to heart, to be honest. But yeah, it is what it is. He's alive, so I'm happy.
100%.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself sort of struggling, obviously because it's your brother, and it would be tough to sort of.
Yeah, like it used to clash with training, like because of his mental health at home. But I just got used to it. And it's just become a thing now. And now I can train freely. He's getting better by the day, but he's not 100. He's not 100%. Yeah, but now it's more easier. Last year or the year before, it was more hard. Like he'll go missing and whatnot. But now he's all right. He's good now. He's happy. Yeah, he's all right, man.
Oh, that's good to hear. And
thank you.
I hope your fight goes well when you.
Thank you, man.
There. So we'll
appreciate it.
Round it off. If you've got anything you want to sort of shout out your next shout out where it is and what's happening. Tell us all about it. Yeah, just give us.
So I'll be fighting at Laura Trott Leather Centre in Cheshunt.
Yeah.
Next week, 16th of September, I'll be fighting. This is my 7th fight, pro fight. Whenever you share this, and if anyone wants to come buy a ticket, you still got time to buy a ticket. I'll be sending tickets till Wednesday next week. But yeah, it'll be a good fight. I'm definitely getting my hand raised. That's for a fact. Yes, definitely, man. But yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out to yourself. Big up yourself, man.
Thank you for taking your time. Honestly, I appreciate it.
Nah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
I just want to say to everyone, could you go and follow Balraj? Definitely, he's going to be the man. So definitely give him a follow. And please leave a like and a subscribe on this video. Thank you.
For sure.